Welcome back to Pokémon Y. We've just came back from the Frost Cavern and we're going to start making our way towards Anastar City. But first, here is a new addition to my team. This is Dusclops. What do we think of Dusclops, Stephen?
I like it. That's about it, really. I mean, I know it showed up a couple of times being used by... who's the guy that had the 3 Reggies?
That was Brandon.
I thought it was Brandon, yeah.
Is that his final design? Evolution?
No,
he has Dusknoir, which is another one of the Gen 4 additions. And I actually quite like that, although I think I prefer Dusclops' design overall.
fair enough.
It's one of them that it's not like an offensive design that ruins the line or anything, but I think the Dusclops variant is, it's solid enough that it didn't really need an evolution. But then the other addition to the team that we also added that we just saw is my Empoleon. And Empoleon, I'm probably not going to get much use from it because I end up preferring the Blastoise, but for the sake of showing off another Pokemon in the run, it's a little bit of variety.
I really like Dusknoir. I feel like it matches more with Duskull than it does with Dusclops. So it's like, it fits in with the evolutions, but it also doesn't feel like a progression of Dusclops.
Yeah, in a way, it kind of seems like it could also be like a split evolution rather than just like a stage 2.
But either way, I still think it's great.
Now, what about this fucking badass Pokemon? I love Sneasel. I don't really use Sneasel, but I like his design a lot.
I like it, but I've never been mad on it. I prefer Yveltal.
Yveltal's cool, yeah. Yveltal's another one of the Gen 4 Pokemon that enhance the design in my eyes.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Yeah, I will say though, I prefer the male Sneasel design to the female one here, because the male one with its leaf comes out.
Yeah, it's got a longer ear.
Yeah, it's kind of a feathery ear kind of thing, and
it's in the same position as the ear on the other side, so I just think it's more of a colouring difference and sense.
Yeah, possibly. It's kind of hard to make it out a little bit, given it's got the feathers on its tail and whatnot. I think they're meant to be feathers, so I can't really make it out, but I feel like what attracts me to it the most is the colour scheme and that. It just, the dark blue is just really cool, and also the typing dark ice, that is really cool.
Weak to fighting, but...
yeah, but then, being overly weak to fighting, I think is less of a problem than being overly weak to fire.
Yeah.
Because, fire tends to be more common, and I suppose then you get into the physical and special. I don't know what Sneasel's stats really are, but I would assume it's not that bulky physically.
I think it's a bit of both, really. It's got good physical and special attacks, but yeah, defense-wise, I think it leans a bit more to special, maybe.
I'm just going off its look. It doesn't look like it could put up much of a fist fight.
No.
One thing I remember from Sneasel is that during the Neo Genesis era of the TCG, there was a Sneasel card that at the time was considered OP in the metagame, and to the point where tournaments banned it. And I seem to recall it being in relation to you would get an extra coin flip for the damage multiplier for every Pokemon that was out on the field, or something along them lines. And it ended up being 2 beasts that there wasn't really anything that could counter it. So that kind of got shot down. Nowadays in the meta, it's nothing. This card's been reimagined a few times, and given the pace of the game has changed a lot in recent years, it's not that offensive anymore. But that's kind of cool. The TCG metagame's changed a lot over the years.
It's weird when mentioning what the feather on its head is. I immediately thought to myself, maybe I should look at how it looks in Detective Pikachu, because that gives answers to certain things on Pokemon. Like Bulbasaur, I thought those were little horns on its head. Turns out they're actually little ears.
Alright.
It's it's got these holes on the side. It's okay then.
Right, I will say this Mamoswine is very, very slow.
Yeah.
But I still think it's cool to be riding on his back like this.
Yeah. Was that shown in the advert for it? I think I remember. You could ride Pokemon one of the first you could do that with.
like, you can do it with Mamoswine, and obviously earlier in the playthrough we had the Rhyhorn as well, and like Rhyhorn racing is a sport in this region as well,
you never do it, but
no, it's a shame. That would have been a cool little mini game.
yeah.
Although
It's weird though that they'd have Rhyhorns for racing, considering how slow they are.
especially they move at this sort of speed when you ride them.
And Rhyhorn is coming up to the hurdle. He's approaching the hurdle.
Yeah.
He's still approaching it. He's using dig.
Join us after the break where we'll see if he's jumped over it or not.
Well, he's using dig, so.
Yeah, so we're getting challenged by Callum here to meet up in front of the gym. I don't think that'll be happening until next part, given how fucking long it took that Mamoswine to get us across it.
The Rhyhorn has used magnitude.
Fuck!
It's okay, it's only a 1. Some cups have fallen over. The one at the back's using earthquake. Everybody get down.
Yeah, like the camera shook around a bit. Sorry, guys. We were meant to mount the cameras to a wall, but we ended up having to settle for a tripod, so it shakes whenever they jump.
Somebody has brought in a Mudsdale. God damn it! Just because it's ground type doesn't mean it's official.
I like Mudsdale.
Mudsdale's good.
Especially if you get one of the ones with what's that ability that they can have where it just like its attack powers up each turn.
I can't remember. I feel like it's something to do with water moves.
I don't know. Like, there's one of them where, like, I think it's either every time it gets hit, and oh no, it's not attack. It's defense. Like, it's defense. Yeah. Like it becomes a great stall every time it gets hit. Then its defense goes up a lot.
It's like I don't think it's every time it gets hit. I'm pretty sure it is to do with like certain moves hitting it.
Possibly, it might just be physical moves. I can't remember. I just know that that's one of the strategies that you can use with Mudsdale to just like use it as a tank, and let you just keep on like taking whatever damage you want.
Mudsdale's one of the best designs from Gen 7.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. This chick here tells you, like, I think she's called the Memory Girl, and she tells you where your Pokemon all came from, which is kind of cool. Especially given some of them I can't actually remember where I got them. But like the Metagross is it's an event one, so she can't really tell us too much about that.
Your Metagross has amnesia. It's a supercomputer, but it's got amnesia.
That's what happens when you don't make regular backups. But like, I do like that she mentioned that when fighting again in a gym battle with it, it got a bit teary-eyed. Like the Metagross, it got a bit emotional. Bless it.
Yeah, the 4-legged Terminator got emotional.
What are we gonna buy today? I can't actually remember if I had enough money for clothes this time around or not, but we'll see. Do I need a new hat? Again, not the most riveting thing to try and commentate over, but I do like the fact that you can customise your character to a certain degree. Granted, it would be nice if it was a bit more in depth, but they're not gonna give us that, are they? These little models are like the understanding that. It just shows you how much more basic the art style is compared to Sun and Moon. Like, there's that one picture I saw of like someone taken the model of Brendan from Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and the trainer from Moon, Sun and Moon, and just like the Sun and Moon character just picked up the model of Brandon like in its D pose, and it just looks so stupid. Come on, I'm very indecisive, as you can probably tell.
You did linger on this, didn't you?
Oh, I want to look my best, okay? Is that like a crime? Is that wrong?
Yes.
Well, fuck me then. But yeah, like I think the character
God, you
design
look
looks
like
cool.
a mismatched idiot.
I look fine. Like, what else do you want?
God, the coloration's all over the place.
Fashion is my passion, don't you know? Can I afford this? Oh yeah, I actually can, cool.
I'd love it if, like, when you step out the changing room, they don't just say to you, you look great.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you look like an idiot.
What are those? Yeah.
Wow, you're spending a lot for some rubbish, aren't you?
Stephen, you just don't understand. My look is abstract.
That's always the answer to when something doesn't look good. It's abstract. You're not meant to get it. You're meant to get it.
Yeah, it's like what emotions does it provoke? Yeah. Stephen, you're an artist. You should understand.
The emotion it provokes is you look like an idiot.
The emotion it provokes is I just spent £2 million on a white blank canvas with a little dot in the middle. I'm an artist, you know. Well, I mean, like, Kalos is basically France, so maybe there were some more of the out there artists, because that's quite popular in France, and kind of more wacky, what it provokes rather than how it looks kind of art, at least to my understanding. There is actually an art gallery in Lumio City, which we're going to be looking at in the post-game, so I hope you're ready for a part of that! One of these people should have something interesting to say, hopefully. I'm glad you know what I'm looking for here, because I didn't know that. So, they're telling us about the lore behind Yveltal. And Yveltal, I'll say, out of the two, it's my favourite.
Fair enough. I mean, I predicted that it would be.
Well, like, Xerneas is fine, but it's also Blue Stantler.
It looks nothing like Stantler. It's a vastly superior design, and it's got this great elegance to it that also emanates this sort of power from it as well. It's like it looks regal and intimidating in some way.
It looks like Blue Swordsbuck.
For goodness sake. Okay, look, it looks a bit more like Saucebuck. At least it doesn't look like it's holding a coconut in its mouth.
Wait, what?
So, it's like, look at Stantler in a bit.
Like, Stantler has that weird shape to its mouth, but it's kind of endearing, I think. I would never use Stantler, it's not the kind of Pokemon I would get any use from, but it's okay as a design.
So.
Wow, you're like fucking Professor Oak in Pokemon Snap, when you take like a picture that you think's kind of cool and goes, it's so.
Yeah, but your opinions are kind of so.
That's probably the nicest thing you've ever said about my opinions.
Probably is. You're right in your diary.
Yeah, I'm safer in this fucking moment.
Day 1862. Stephen said something positive about me.
He said something not negative.
He said I was so.
I'm gonna be begged for a tip soon enough. Yeah,
Yep,
there we go.
yeah.
I don't care. You can just feel it. It's that vibe you can get that he's gonna ask for money.
I just love it if, like, suddenly a Machamp spawns next to him, just like, you're not leaving a tip.
You may want to reconsider that decision, my friend.
Bring out Charizard. No, I'm not reconsidering.
Why does this guy like Teddiursa so much? I will never know. That's a Bonsly, alright.
Don't really. It's like, that's another one of the Gen 4 Pokemon. It's like, I don't see your point, but you're there,
Bonsly's
you're
one of the better designs. Like, I like Bonsly and I like Munchlax. I don't like Happiny, that's a piece of shit.
I don't know why you hate Happiny.
It's just so, like, ridiculous.
In what way?
Because it's just like a derpy little thing. It's like not the cute kind of derpy. It's just
Looks
like
cute.
No, it's not. It's just it's stupid. And Chansey and Blissey didn't need a pre-evolution either. They're kind of fine as they are. Like they're a complete line. And yeah, I'm getting this baby Pokemon here to give to the guy in that house who wants a Pokemon to look after.
I'd kind of like to see a baby version of Onyx, considering that's the biggest and heaviest Pokemon that can be hatched from an egg, outside of the event in Heart Gold and Soul Silver where you can hatch a Palkia, Dialga or Giratina.
Holy shit, that's great.
Yeah, it's an event where if you've got an Arceus
Oh.
and you bring it to this place that's connected with Sinnoh or something like that, connected to the whole creation myth. And
Isn't that the Sinjo ruins?
probably. It's like, and it will spawn an egg of your choice.
Oh right, yeah. I think there was one of them events that never actually got distributed.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of them in Gen 4.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we didn't put Arceus at the top of Spear Pillar because we didn't think people would ever think about it.
But you made a whole event and included it on the game and translated and localised it.
Yeah, you gave us Braille in Gen 3. We figured that out.
Yeah, everyone worked out, like, catching a Feebas if you want to do that. There's 6 tiles that spawn randomly on this route and they reset when you talk to the guy in Gifford Town. Because you fucking know that.
Nah, but taking this thing to the location where the gods reside, that's too difficult.
Oh, bless them. Join us next time where we'll be going on to the next gym. We'll see you there, folks.